A 17-year-old Axel Rudakubana appeared in court on Thursday, charged with the stabbing deaths of 3 girls. This update concerned the Taylor Swift-themed class shooting incident that occurred on Monday, as an attack resulted in the deaths of 3 girls and injured more than 10 others. Now, Merseyside police said the teenager, who has not been named because of his age, faces 3 counts of murder and 10 of attempted murder over people injured in the attack during a summer holiday dance and yoga class. In response to the unrest that followed, Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced plans for a new national capability to tackle the situation, said,
"I came here to pay my respects to the victims and families who are going through raw pain and grief that most of us can't imagine. I can't imagine as a dad myself. I think it touches a nerve with the whole country. It's awful to contemplate what happened, to hear for myself the experiences of the first responders, what they had to deal with. It's really hard to take in for anybody. It's not what any of them came to work for, but of course they're professionals and they deal with it. I think about the families, the friends, the loved ones, those directly impacted, and of course the wider community here. But there's no pretending, I think, that anybody in the country is not untouched by what happened yesterday. I am very worried about high levels of knife crime, and I'm absolutely determined that my government will get to grips with it. But today is not the time for politics. Today is the time to focus entirely on the families who are going through such pain and grief, and on the wider community, and of course a time to say thank you to those that responded yesterday in the most awful of circumstances.
This includes expanding the use of facial recognition technology, sharing intelligence more broadly, and implementing criminal behavior orders to control troublemakers. Starmer recently met with police chiefs from across the country to discuss measures to curb the violence that erupted after Monday's attacks. The unrest, initially confined to the coastal town where the stabbings occurred, spread to other cities in England, fueled by far-right groups. False reports on social media, including claims that the attacker was an illegal migrant, contributed to the chaos. Starmer called on social media companies to enforce regulations against disinformation. He criticized the spread of false information that incited further violence, including attacks on the mosque and injuries to several police officers. The far-right group English Defence League has been accused of involvement in the unrest. Also, Taylor Swift, whose music was the theme of the dance class that was targeted by the attack, said Tuesday she was completely in shock. She said, "The horror of yesterday's attack in Southport is washing over me continuously, and I'm just completely in shock. The loss of life and innocence has the horrendous trauma inflicted on everyone who was there, the families and first responders. These were just little kids at a dance class. I am at a complete loss for how to ever convey my sympathies to these families," Swift wrote on Instagram on Tuesday, although the investigation is ongoing.